There. Okay, whenever you're ready.
All right. Well, hello, everybody. Officer Gino here. If you don't know who I am, like I said, my name is Officer Gino, and I am a part of the Law Enforcement Torch Run for Special Olympics. I've been involved for about 17 years now, on and off. And so today I'm here to talk a little bit about some social media etiquette or safety tips. If you've been through ALPS or you have been through USA Games training, I presented this class as well, so it's kind of the same thing. But I've added a few other platforms as well to talk about. And I'll also be talking about scams as well. So scams are huge right now on the internet, phone scams, you name it. So we're going to talk about that a little bit as well. So I'm going to go ahead and share this PowerPoint with you, and you can kind of follow along. And if you have any questions, my email will be at the very end of the PowerPoint, and you can contact me, or you can ask them on here. We should be on Facebook Live. So go ahead and feel free to ask questions, and I'll try to get those answered. So we're going to go ahead and get started. And so all right. So a few of the social media platforms we'll be talking about today are Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, and Twitter. So those are a few that we'll be talking about today. So I have some basic social media do's and don'ts. So these are just some basic rules to follow. So first, do share things. Use social media to share things. Share with your friends and your family, especially in this kind of shutdown time. It's hard for people to know what you're doing. And so sharing can help keep everybody kind of updated and being connected. Next, document trips or posts with pictures. So I know nobody's really taking trips right now, but definitely feel free to document that. In Facebook, it'll remind you a year later, what you did. So that's always really cool. To be able to see, oh yeah, I did that a year ago or a couple years ago. I know I love seeing my USA Games pictures and posts come up. It's always a lot of fun to see those. So definitely feel free to document those on social media. Connect with friends and teammates, especially during this lockdown time. It's really important to stay in touch with your friends and your teammates. Check in on people, ask, how are you doing? Are you okay? Maybe you can connect on Zoom, or, if you have iPhones, you could do, a live, connection together. So feel free to definitely connect with your teammates. A lot of people are getting kind of depressed because they feel like they're stuck at home and not doing anything. So this would be a really good time to connect with them and check in on people. So that's always a good thing to do. Watch appropriate videos. So definitely watch videos. You can learn a lot of things. You can laugh. They can kind of inspire you to do things. I know I've watched a few like workout videos lately, trying to do my workouts at home. So watch videos, just make sure they're appropriate. Make sure that you're supposed to be watching those. If you don't know what's appropriate, just imagine if your mom or your grandma or somebody that you really care about sitting right next to you, would you feel weird about watching that video next to them? And if you would, probably not appropriate. Definitely learn on social media. I know a lot of us are getting all of our information on social media nowadays. I really don't like watching the news. I'd rather just kind of pick and choose what I want to learn. But always check your facts. So everything you read on Facebook or kind of social media is not always true. A lot of it may be opinion or things that they've heard. So check your facts, but definitely feel free to learn on social media as well. Say happy birthday. So this takes like 2 seconds out of your day and out of your time. But that 2 seconds can put a smile on somebody's face. And so that could be so important to them, especially now. I mean, can you imagine having your birthday now? It's kind of not very fun. You don't get to go out and have that birthday dinner or that party or, really connect with people. So having people say happy birthday online is kind of a big deal right now, especially. Next, encourage others. So essentially, like, be positive, encourage people to do new things, try new things, get out of your house, go for a bike ride, go for a walk, go for a run. Just get out of the house, encourage them to do things that they've never done before. And with Special Olympics, maybe they've never tried a sport before. Encourage them to try that sport. Try to go outside and start practicing, and you could help them and give them some tips. So definitely be encouraging. Next, ask questions or help others. So if you want to know things or you need help finding out something, post a question, on some type of social media, and you'll be surprised of all the answers and all the help that you can get as well. And then the same for other people, they'll post questions. And if you know answers or you have ways that have worked for you, you could help them by encouraging them to, use your way, your method, or, giving them some advice. Next, be positive. Nobody likes a negative Nelly. I like to use those corny terms, negative Nelly and positive Polly. So nobody likes those negative Nellies. It gets really kind of old and boring when people are negative. So try to be positive. Try to look on the bright side of things. That way also you can encourage somebody to, be positive as well. I know I don't really like having negative people in my life. So if you're negative, people might try to, start cutting you out. So be aware of that. Just try to be positive. Next, have fun. Obviously, social media is all about fun. It's all about learning, connecting. And so try to always have fun on social media. And then last but not least, this is kind of new for Special Olympics, is doing at-home workouts. So I know Lena, she's watching right now, and her brother have been doing a lot of at-home workouts. And so that's awesome. That's great. We can't go to the gym and you can't go to practices. You can't do the things you're normally doing. So we'll kind of have to change it. So at-home workouts can be really good, even if you don't have, a treadmill or a, workout bench or anything like that. You can definitely use things you have around the house and make it work. So this is your time to try something new, do something different. And so those are kind of our do's. So we have a lot of do's, but we also have a lot of don'ts on social media too. So we'll go over those as well. So first, don't post when you are mad or upset. This is like the worst time to be on social media, is when you are mad or upset. Because I think you say things that you don't really mean, and you say things that you really can't take back. So if you're ever mad or upset, maybe you've read something on social media, you're mad or upset, you want to respond really quick. Don't step away from it, take a breath, think about it, and then come back to it later when you have more of a kind of a calm head, calm mind, and address it then. And so, yeah, just don't post when you're mad or upset. It never leads to good things by any means. Next, don't start drama or spread rumors. So nobody likes drama. Absolutely nobody likes drama. And nobody likes rumors. Nobody likes to be talked about, especially if those rumors aren't true or are kind of mean or vicious. So don't be that person. If you don't know something to be true 100%, you don't know the facts, don't say it. That kind of, doesn't help things, especially in this time. There's a lot of negativity going around, and a lot of rumors about what's true and not. So don't post anything unless you know that it's true. Next, don't fight or argue. There are people we call keyboard warriors. They hide behind a screen. and they like to just fight and argue with people, and they get people mad and they get people upset and they get people to say things that they don't really mean. So don't fight or argue. It's totally perfectly acceptable for people to disagree with you. And in fact, that's good sometimes when people disagree with us. It makes us stop and think, okay, hey, wait a minute. Am I right? Or am I, could I, experience something different? Could I have a different view on something? And so just because somebody has a difference of opinion does not mean you have to fight or argue with them. Just accept their opinion and move on. If you do fight and argue with them, they love it. They love it when you do that. You're actually making it, better for them. So don't give them that chance to win, be the better person, and kind of just log off. Next, don't make threats. So this can often come when you're fighting, you're arguing, you're mad, you're upset. You could make a threat. Absolutely do not make a threat ever, in person, online, wherever the case may be. Don't ever make threats. Because number one, chances are you're probably not going to follow through on that. You're just mad, you're upset. And then number two, that could be a police matter very quickly. So if someone felt harassed or scared, they could definitely call the police and file a police report. And believe me, I've had to take plenty of those. And they're not fun. And a lot of people don't mean them. And they kind of get blown out of proportion. So don't ever make a threat. Again, just sign off if you think you're getting to that point. Next, don't send inappropriate pictures or comments. So this happens from time to time. I've known some people, especially through work, a lot of the kids I work with, a lot of the athletes that I work with, they've kind of gotten caught up in this about sending inappropriate pictures or comments. Again, inappropriate. If you're ever wondering what that kind of line may be, ask yourself, would I want my grandma to see this? Would I want my mom to see this? Would I want my brother or sister, someone I really care about, to see this? Am I okay with them seeing this? And if you're not, then you know that it's probably inappropriate, not okay to post. The same with comments. Anything that you actually put online stays online no matter what. So just be really careful and really mindful of pictures that you're taking and comments that you're making. Even if it is just a private message, that can still all be discoverable. Let's say you offended someone and they called the police. We could definitely seize all of that information, your electronics, and we could end up finding all of it anyway. So you're just better off not doing it. Next, don't post things you may regret. So again, this kind of goes with the fighting, the arguing, posting when you're mad or upset, making threats. These are all things that you may end up regretting. I know we all get mad, and that's okay sometimes. But doing that on social media is not going to help you, because it's a more permanent way of keeping that and documenting it. So again, make sure you're not posting things that you may regret, especially if it's going to hurt somebody else's feelings as well. You have to think about that too. On social media, it's not just about you, it's about all of the people you're connecting with. So make sure you're not doing that. Next, we kind of covered this in the do. So do be positive. So don't be negative. Honestly, nobody likes a negative person all the time. It's really hard to be around negative people. So just be positive. If things aren't going your way, try to flip it around, try to find something positive, or do something positive. Go out and do something great for someone. So just try to be that positive. Don't be that negative person. Don't think deleted items go away forever. So let's say you got mad, you posted something, and then you realized, oh, that is not okay. That's not what I wanted to post. That's inappropriate. Just because you delete it doesn't mean it went away. I can guarantee you someone's probably already taken a screenshot of that. They've already documented, they've already shown somebody. And again, if this turned into a police matter, we could definitely recover that. So just because you delete something does not mean it goes away forever. Next, don't fall for scams or hoax. So we'll kind of talk about this towards the end of the presentation. This is not always easy. We have a lot of people that fall for scams every day. But my overall statement is, if it's too good to be true, it probably is. So don't go for it. And if you ever have any questions, if something is real, ask a parent, a guardian, a friend, a coach, somebody, and then they can help you out with that as well. And then the last thing, don't believe everything you read. Again, just because it's been posted on Facebook doesn't mean it is like tried, trusted, true information. A lot of people just post their opinions and they post things that are just funny. So it doesn't mean it's always true. So again, don't believe everything you read, just check your facts. All right. So those are some of the just basics, do's and don'ts that we'll go over. These kind of work for everything as well. So you can use those do's and don'ts throughout your life. All right, so first up, Facebook. We're all really familiar with Facebook. If you're watching this, chances are you're on Facebook. And so you can exchange messages, post status updates, share photos, videos, links. You can check in places. You can post files. You can go live. You can follow friends, family, and Special Olympics. And so I kind of did a screenshot of the Special Olympics Facebook page right now, and they're obviously really promoting SOMO at home. And so we're all just trying to keep everybody connected, everybody kind of in good spirits, and we need to rely on each other for sure. We have our own little niche in Special Olympics, so if you need something, definitely reach out to any of us, and Facebook is a good way to do that. Ways to be safe on Facebook. So first of all, you can block or unfriend or simply ignore unwanted comments or contact from people. I do this, honestly, I block and unfriend people whenever I feel like they're not being appropriate or they're not promoting the values that I have. And I don't want people to think that I'm actually friends with this person and I believe what they believe. So sometimes I just have to choose to unfriend them or block them, or sometimes just ignore things. And so that's always an option for sure. So you don't have to put up with people saying rude or mean or hateful things. You can kind of delete that from your Facebook. One way to do that is only allow friends to see your profile and posts. So make your profile private. If it's not private, then it is public, and anybody who's anybody can see that. And honestly, I don't want random strangers seeing my posts and knowing kind of what I'm doing. So I always keep my profile private. Next, control who can post on your wall. So I went into the settings and I made sure that only the people that I allow can post things on my wall. And so every time somebody tries to post something, it comes to me first and I have to accept it or deny it. And this just is so I can control my post, my wall, and I can promote my values. If they try to post something that I think that's inappropriate, I just don't let them. And half the time they don't even know. So don't worry about it. Next one, limit personal information on your profile. So with any kind of social media account, gaming account, you name it, anytime you make an account, they ask like every question possible. They want to know all of your information. We don't have to give them all their information. So look for like the little star, the asterisk on next to the information that they have to have, which is usually first name, last name, and email. Those are usually the basic ones. So don't put a ton of information on these because you just don't want random strangers knowing your information. Next, only friend people you actually know. So I can't tell you how many friend requests I get on a daily, weekly basis from people that I don't know. I don't know them. And so I'm like, why would you try to friend me if you don't know me and I don't know you? And so, yeah, sure, we probably maybe had a friend or two in common, but that doesn't mean I know you. It doesn't mean I trust you. It doesn't mean I stand for what you stand for. So only friend people that you actually know. Next, don't post when angry or upset, and don't type words that you wouldn't say in person. So same rules as we talked about the do's and don'ts. And honestly, if you wouldn't say it in person, don't type it. Don't put it in a text message. Don't put it in an instant message. Don't put it on your wall. So I always hold myself to that account. I'm like, would I say this to their face? No, I wouldn't. Then I probably don't need to say it. So that's just a really good rule to follow. Next, don't post anything you may regret or that you wouldn't want your mom, dad, grandma, or coach to see. So a lot of you are friends with your coaches. and other teammates. And so don't post anything that you wouldn't want them to see, or that you might be embarrassed of, or that maybe makes Special Olympics look bad, or makes your team look bad, or makes you look, like a bad person. So just be really careful about that. And we talked about this, number 8, don't believe everything you read. So Facebook, there's a lot of fake information out there. And it's really easy to get caught up in it, but don't believe everything you read. If you read something and you're like, man, I wonder if that's true, go to a trusted website, a trusted source, and research it. Just do a few minutes of research. And if it's true, then yeah, definitely share it and whatever else. But make sure that it's true. Okay. All right, moving on. Our next platform will be Instagram. So Instagram is just an online photo sharing, video sharing, social networking service. And so you can also DM or instant message other users. So be very careful when sending or receiving messages. I know on Instagram, I have a lot of people that try to follow me, and I don't know who they are. And I don't like the product that they're selling, the company they work for, or anything. I'm like, no, deny. So don't feel bad about that. I deny people all the time because I just don't know who you are. And so make sure you're in control of that. Again, make sure your profile is private. That's very important. Instagram, I'm posting a little bit more probably intimate photos that I wouldn't put on my Facebook necessarily. I have less friends on Instagram than I do on Facebook. And so therefore I have less friends there because I'm posting a little bit more private information. So just be really careful about that as well. You can follow a ton of companies and groups and peoples and celebrities, and they'll probably try to follow you back. You don't have to allow that. You can still follow and see all theirs without them seeing yours. They don't need to see your information, so don't allow it. Here's some examples of Instagram posts. So the first one we have is Special Olympics Missouri. It's our Instagram post. And this is such a cool picture. I think this is the Lake of the Ozarks. This is their super plungers. So they raised a ton of money this year, and this is just a really cool photo. They have all their blow ups and they're just having a blast. So it's just a really cool photo for Special Olympics Missouri to share, and for us to kind of all celebrate what they're doing. The next one is one that I've posted, and it's all about the R word. So if you know me, I cannot stand the R word, and I know you all know what the R word is. I can't stand it. I don't like it. I don't allow people to say it in my presence because it truly offends me. And this is kind of just talking about being inclusive and accepting people, being a fan of respect and friendship and unity, all the things that we really stand for with Special Olympics. So that's just kind of something I promoted on my page. And then the last one is Special Olympics like Incorporated. It's one of their posts or their USA or whatever. And this is an athlete, an actual Special Olympics athlete meeting the previous president. Like, how cool is that? And I can't think of a better thing to document and have to where people can see that and see how cool that is. And I can only imagine this athlete made a huge impression on that former president. So really cool. So those are just some examples of Instagram and how to use it in a positive way. Next up is Twitter. So Twitter is something that I don't really use a lot. I know a little bit about it, but it's a social networking service, obviously. And it's mostly just to send and read text-based messages known as tweets. You can follow and tweet companies, famous people, friends, and more. So I've seen a lot of people have a lot of fun on Twitter. They tweet back and forth to like celebrities and they feel like they actually had a connection, which is really cool. A few things to just be aware of is don't reply to argue or be negative. Just because somebody posts something and you read it and don't agree with it, not their fault, right? So again, we can disagree with people and that's okay, but we don't always have to document it and let everybody know we disagree. And it's kind of nice, I think, to hear somebody else's, point of view. So just think about that. And then again, make sure your profile is private so that not everybody can, see what you're posting. So here's some Twitter examples. So again, Special Olympics Missouri, we have a Twitter account. And here they were just kind of promoting the Toyota Tundra drive that they were doing, selling those tickets as a fundraiser. So it's a really good way to connect to a lot of people. You can see that it has like over 6,000 followers. So that's a lot of people we're touching and we're seeing. So that's really cool. And then the next one is Lawrence Police Department in Kansas. So this is probably one of my favorite Twitter accounts to follow because they are hilarious. So if you can see down there right here, it says today is Monday, March 37th. All criming has been deemed non-essential and therefore subject to quarantine. So they're pretty much telling people, hey, stop doing crime, right? You're supposed to be sheltering at home, no more crime, it's not allowed. And so they're super funny and they have a ton of followers. They have, thousands of followers. And so they reach a ton of people and people are interactive with them and replying. And it's just really cool to see a police department using that in a kind of that positive way to connect to people. So those are just some examples of Twitter. Again, not my social media platform that I use a lot, but I do follow a lot of people and try to keep up on a few accounts. Next is Snapchat. So Snapchat, if you're not aware, is a video picture messaging app. You can take photos, record videos, add text, filters, drawings, and send them to friends. You can also instant message as well. These sent photos and videos are known as snaps. The snaps appear to go away forever. However, the other person can save it or take a screenshot. And so at first when this came out, everybody was like, oh my gosh, this is cool. I can send stuff that's inappropriate or not acceptable and it can just go away forever. Well, that's not true. Number one, Snapchat keeps a database of everything that's sent between people and their users. So be aware of that. We've had to use them a few times in police reports and investigations. And then number two, like I said, the other person can save it or take a screenshot of it, therefore documenting it, keeping it, and it's not going to go away. So just be aware of that. However, have fun on Snapchat. Again, don't add people you don't know. People will try to add you all the time. If you don't know them, don't add them. It's not a big deal. And then be appropriate. We've talked about this several times so far. Again, if you wouldn't want your grandma to see it, don't post it or send it. So here's some examples of Snapchat filters. So obviously I only have mine. So I love to be like super goofy and have fun on Snapchat. So the first one, I have these like cool glasses, right? The next one is a puppy that I'm actually going to get. I'm adopting him soon. And so he's super cute. His name is going to be Finn. And so I just wanted a picture of him. And then I put a little sticker on there. It says cute overload. So I was just having fun, just sharing information with my friends. And then the last one is me in uniform. I thought this filter made me look like super cool, right? And so I was just, having fun, pretty harmless. Wouldn't send this out like on Facebook, but I have an even smaller number of Snapchat friends. And so this is just kind of something that they appreciated me just being goofy. And so you can do a lot of things with it. You can add text, pictures, the little sticker right here, and you can control how long people see it. You can save it, do things like that. So lots of fun. But those are just some examples of Snapchat. Next, YouTube. So YouTube, I know a lot of you guys use and know about. So YouTube allows users to upload, view, rate, share, add favorites, report things, maybe if it's, an offensive video, comment on videos, and subscribe to others' videos so that you can watch them. So YouTube is really fun. You can learn a ton of stuff. There's like a YouTube video on everything, on how to. So that's really cool. If you're going to be making your own YouTube videos, make sure the videos posted are approved by parents, guardians, or that they're appropriate. Again, you're representing you're representing Special Olympics, whether you like it or not. And so always be thinking about that. Next, don't search for videos of things that are not acceptable or wrong or not okay. So we've talked about the inappropriate, what that is. You know what's appropriate, what's acceptable. So just be aware of that. And then I have I've used some examples of like Somo TV. So we'll see if this will pop up and play. So if you're not aware, Special Olympics has their own kind of TV channel. They're always posting to it.
On May 22nd, 2019, a tornado hit the Show Me State, leaving many Missourians without homes, places to work, and necessities for their daily lives. I'm Andy Reid, coach of the Kansas
Amanda.
City.
Yeah.
My
We
friend
cannot see
at
it.
Special Olympics Missouri lost their Training for Life
I don't know how to
campus
fix that.
during that storm. There was massive damage, and it's going to take months to rebuild. I'm calling on Chiefs Kingdom and all Missourians to support this rebuild effort.
Okay, I don't know how to fix that. I would
Why don't
actually
you
have
go to share screen and see if when you go to share screen, if any of like the video, the internet browser shows up.
Okay.
It might just be because you're in presentation mode.
Yeah, that's probably why. Let's try it again.
On May 22nd, 2019, a tornado hit Show Me State, leaving many Missourians without homes, places to work, and necessities for their daily lives. I'm Andy Reid, head football coach of the Kansas City Chiefs. My friends at Special Olympics Missouri lost their Training for Life campus during that storm. There was massive damage, and it's going to take months to rebuild. I'm calling on Chiefs Kingdom and all Missourians to support this rebuild effort.
We missed our home and need your help to rebuild it back.
We can't do it without you.
To find out how you can help, visit somocampus.org. Go Chiefs! That's what we're talking about.
All right, so that was just an example of kind of the Somo TV. We kind of used it as a way to talk about what happened to our campus and asking people for help. And then
Back in the day when I was probably in the second grade, I found out I have learning disability, and I was part of the Special Olympics growing up. So I feel like don't be.
To fly a rocket ship, you need to be an optimist. No astronaut launches for space.
Okay, so this next one is like my favorite thing from the Intelligence by Seattle. Watch just a little bit of it. Awesome. Can you guys see it?
Yeah.
I went to the moped. What up? What's your budget? And I'm like, honestly, I don't know nothing about mopeds. He said, I got the one for you. Follow me. Ooh, it's too real. Chromed out mirror, I don't need a windshield. Banana seat, I can't be on two wheels. 800 cash, that's a hell of a deal. I'm headed downtown. Cruising through the alley, tiptoeing in the street like ballet. Pulled up, moped to the valet. White walls on the wheels like mayonnaise. Dope. My crew is ill, and all we need is two good wins. Got gas in the tank, cash in the bank, and a bad little mama.
Finally tonight, the viral video craze of the summer. Police departments all across the country competing in an epic lip sync battle.
Break her off, kick gas, snuck her in backstage. You don't need a wristband. Dope. Killing the game, about to catch a body. Past the heartbeat, Dookie on the Ducati. Timberland, Khaled, Scott Storch, Birdman, got them. Man, everybody got Bugattis. But I'ma keep a hella 1987, head into the dealership and drop a stack in Kappa Kawasaki. I'm stunning on everybody, hella raw pesto wasabi. I'm so low that my was almost dragging up on the concrete. My seat is leather, I ride a line, it's pleather, but girl, we can
I'm gonna forward this a little bit, kind of show you towards.
free. Now do you or do you not wanna ride with me? I got one girl, I got two wheels. She a big girl, that ain't a big deal. I like a big girl, I like 'em sassy. Going down a back street, listening to Blackstreet. Running around the whole town. Neighbors yelling at me like you need to slow down. Going 38, Dan, chill yourself out. Mow your damn lawn and
She has her arms around your waist.
So that just kind of shows you a little bit of what, you can do on YouTube. So that was a lot of fun making those videos. It was really popular for a while. And it really showcases that police can have fun as well. So YouTube is like super useful for a lot of things. All right. So TikTok is something that I've added recently on like social media. So TikTok is an app you can download.
You'll need to change your share screen, Amanda.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay, here we go. All right, so like I said, TikTok is an app you can download, and you can make just really short mobile videos. Their mission is to inspire creativity and bring joy. So there's a ton of things you can do on TikTok. A lot of people are just like singing and dancing on them. So if you use TikTok, definitely have fun making the videos. But make sure, obviously, that they're appropriate. And here is one, and I hope we can see it. This is one of the people that I follow. His name's Caden, and he posts a bunch of really fun videos of him dancing. So we may need to.
Now left foot, right foot, now left foot, right foot, now left foot.
Start it over so you can.
Right foot, now left foot, right foot, now left foot, right foot, now left foot, right foot, now left foot. One hand, two hands, hit your rollie, do your dance, now lean with it, rock with it, lean with it, rock with it.
So that's Caden, and he has a ton of videos that he's posted on TikTok. He just loves to have fun, making little dance videos, and he brings other people in and he dances with them. So it is a lot of fun. So it's just kind of an example of what you can do with TikTok. All right, so that's kind of the end of our social media platforms we covered. The last thing I want to talk about is just scams. So like I said, there's a lot of scams going around right now. And at the police department, we deal with them all the time. We get calls almost every day from someone saying, oh, I had this scam or had this, or unfortunately, we do have a lot of people that end up falling for them. So some of the more common ones are phone scams. So number one, don't accept calls from numbers you don't know. So if you don't know the number, don't answer it. Not a huge deal. If it's someone that is meaning to call you and talk to you and that you know, they'll leave a voicemail and you can call them right back. So I just don't answer calls that I don't know. And then if you do answer it, don't be fooled by threats of jail or, threats of garnishing all your wages or coming to your house, things like that. We don't do that. I actually got a call that if I didn't call them back and tell them my social security number, that they were going to take me to jail. And I was like, well, good luck. Go ahead and try. Not going to go well for you because I knew it was a scam. And so just don't be fooled by any of that. No one's going to call you over the phone and say, hey, we're going to take you to jail. No one's going to, do this or that, the other. Again, if you don't know if it's true or not, just hang up and call somebody that you trust and ask them about it. A lot of people will also have scams where they'll try to get you to accept checks from them or to go and buy. They'll send you money and then you go and buy like gift cards and things. That's all a scam as well. Don't ever do that for anyone. If somebody asks you to pay in the form of gift cards, it's a scam. It's not right. It's not okay. So don't fall for that. Next, email scams. So don't open emails from emails that you don't know. Okay. If it's something that you weren't expecting, you don't know who it is, and it doesn't look right or sound right, don't open it. Just delete it. Because sometimes if you open them, they can have a virus in them. Or sometimes they can look like a legit email and they're not. I know we've had that at work a few times. And then again, if there is a link that it wants you to follow, and again, you're not sure about who this email is or where it's from, don't click that link. That's how they can actually get access into your computer, send viruses, things like that. So if you don't trust it, or maybe it's from a company that you know, hang up or get on the phone and call that company and be like, hey, did you guys send me an email? And then they can kind of confirm on that. And then last, since we're talking about a lot of things on social media, being on the internet, there are a ton of scams going on the internet. So don't click on unknown web pages. Don't accept things for free, because I can guarantee you nothing is for free. And so you'll have a lot of pop-up ads, those things. Don't click on them, just X out of them. They're just trying to get you to fall for it. And then again, on any kind of internet, don't give out your personal information unless you know that that site is clear or, and secure. Or you are like physically purchasing something. Again, only give out the basic information that you have to. So nobody's going to ask for your information online if you're not doing anything. And kind of my rule of thumb, if it seems too good to be true, it probably is. And if something in the back of your head says, this sounds weird, this doesn't sound right, don't do it. We've taken a lot of police reports for people that have fallen for scams. And so I would hate for that to happen to you guys. So don't ever give out your bank account information or anything like that. So just be smart about that. And the last slide that I have, like I said earlier, if you have any questions, feel free to ask them through here. Or if you don't want it made public, you want it to be in private, please don't hesitate to contact me. My email is amanda.geno, Geno 84 @yahoo.com. And it can be police related, or it can be Special Olympics related, whatever the case may be. I'm open for questions and comments as well. So at this point, thank you guys so much for signing on or listening, viewing this later if you're viewing it later. And if you have any questions, feel free to contact me.
Thank you, Officer Geno.
You're welcome.